Here is verse 4. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about preaching. You already some of this stuff. So, here's your command. And this is, folks, this is proper Bible study. The command is right here. Then God sets out a purpose. Right here. Okay? So purpose. Then he tells you that something is good and acceptable in God's sight. What is that? He's talking about the same thing right here. He's pointing back to this. So what is this right here? This purpose. This purpose is preaching the gospel. So what is God talking about? He's talking about you and I getting out the gospel. Got it? Then comes verse 4. Now, let me tell you what most people do. They yank this part and they throw it away. They take away the praying for all people, praying for those who are in authority, simply to preach the gospel to every living creature. And then they take verse 4 and they say, aha, God has a desire for all people to be saved and come to the knowledge of truth. The answer to that is, sure he does. And how is that going to happen? The only way it's going to happen is if you and I can preach the gospel. So where is this desire coming from? He's focusing back now up here. You praying so that you can have an opportunity to get out and preach the gospel. That's the context. So that's what really the desire is. How are they going to get saved? For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. For it, the gospel, is the power of God. So what is the desire? The desire is that you get out there and preach the gospel, because that's the only way people can be saved. What is the knowledge of truth? The knowledge of truth is about the gospel. So what is God talking about right here? You and I go and preach the gospel. Now, that we have that, he goes on and explains it, friends. For there's one God, one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ, who gave himself a ransom for all. For all? Jesus died for everyone? If you read it in that vein, yeah, that's what it said. Then that means if he died for everyone, if Jesus paid the price for everyone's sins, then why in the world is God going around casting people into hell if everybody's sins is paid for? He didn't pay for all sins. He paid for the sins of everyone who's going to heaven. 4 child appointed a preacher and apostle. Okay, so you see that right there? Now,